Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video. So I've been going through my favorite drugstore brands and sharing the top 10 products from each brand. It's been a little while since I filmed one of these videos. I've done Essence, Physicians Formula, and Flower Beauty. So I'll link those videos in the description box below. But in today's video, I wanted to share my favorite products from E.L.F Cosmetics. E.L.F has always been one of my favorite brands. They make amazingly high quality products at affordable prices. Everything is cruelty-free, and I think at this point, everything's vegan as well. I didn't include brushes or skincare just because they have so many products. So if you want to see separate videos on those, let me know. I am planning on placing a big E.L.F order because there are so many new products that I've been wanting to try. So I figured I would try all of them at the same time. So I will do a full face of E.L.F Cosmetics very soon. And if there's anything that you guys recommend, please let me know. But in the meantime, let's jump into it and I'll share my current favorites. So the first thing that I want to talk about are their eyeshadow palettes. Now, E.L.F does have a bunch of different eyeshadow palettes on the website. They have so many different formulas and variations, and honestly, I've always been pretty impressed by their palettes. I think they do such a great job, and again, they are so incredibly affordable. But more recently, I've been impressed by their 18 pan palettes. So I currently have two. I have Opposites Attract, and I also have the new Classics. They do have two other ones, or they have one on the website called 18 Hit Wonders, and then there's also a new one coming out, which might be available by the time I film this video or upload this video. But I've been impressed by this formula. The matte shadows are very blendable and the metallic shadows are really pretty on the eyes. Now, I would say that the formula overall is a little bit more lightweight, so typically I do have to go in and build the shadows if I want a really intense look. But for $14, I think that these are such a great option because you get a nice variety of shadows, they perform well, and honestly, the colors are just very, very pretty. So this is probably my favorite eyeshadow palette that E.L.F makes, but they also have some great duos that I love. These are the Best Friend eyeshadow duos. They retail for $4 each. So they're a little bit more expensive because you're paying $4 for two shadows. But honestly, I think that this formula is the best formula. It's a little bit different than the formula in their 18 pan palettes. I find that these shadows overall are a little bit more rich and pigmented, so you don't have to build them up as much. You get pretty good color payoff from initial application. They just apply like high-end shadows in my opinion, and if you're just looking for a duo, if you tend to keep your shadows very simple, then these are going to be such a great option for you. My personal favorite is Peach Squad, just because there's a gorgeous matte peach and a really pretty rich gold. There's an E.L.F tool that I use every single time I do my winged liner, and I wear winged liner so much just because I love it. This is the E.L.F makeup remover pen, and it's perfect because it is a little pen filled with makeup remover. So whenever I go in with my winged liner, I take this and I just run it along the edge to make my wing really sharp and crisp. You know, at this point, you would think that I could do winged liner pretty well because I've been wearing it for years, but I just don't have a very steady hand, and this comes in handy because it has saved me so many times. It's quick and easy to use. You can also use it to clean up mascara. If you go outside your lip line with lipstick, there are so many uses for it, and it's a $3 tool that will really come in handy. So I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already. Okay, let's talk about a few base products. So the E.L.F 16-hour Camo Concealer was such a game changer. I remember seeing so many reviews about this when it was first released because it's so affordable and it works so well. It retails for $6. There are 18 different shades, and it really is a long-wearing, full coverage matte concealer. And in my opinion, it works just as well as some of the high-end options on the market. So if you're looking for a good, affordable alternative, I definitely recommend checking this one out. Another product that I think performs just as well as some of my high-end products is the E.L.F Perfect Finish HD Powder. This is a very lightweight, smooth, translucent powder, and if you like powder but you don't want something that's too heavy, that provides any extra coverage, that's overly matte, this is such a great option because you can just dust this over your foundation and it provides a very soft, silky surface for the rest of your products to apply to. I'm really impressed by this. Honestly, I've paid like $20 or $30 for products very similar to this, and this one performs the exact same. So I like it on days where I don't want anything too heavy or overly mattifying, but I still feel like I want to set everything into place. Okay, I've talked about this product countless times at this point, and I'm sure you guys are getting so sick of me talking about it, but you guys, it is such a good product. It has to be one of my favorite products of 2019, and I can't film film an e.l.f. favorites video without talking about it. It is the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. If you have oily skin, it's going to make such a difference. I typically do not like using mattifying primers. I just feel like they tend to make my skin look dry. They tend to enhance pores or texture, and overall, my foundation does not look very good when I put it on top of a mattifying primer. That is not the case with this product. It mattifies my skin, but it feels like a water, so it almost feels like a moisturizing primer when you apply it, but there's some sort of magic in this product that keeps my skin matte throughout the day. I see a crazy difference on the days when I use this product versus the days when I don't use this product. When I don't use this product, my skin gets so oily so quickly, and when I do use it, I feel like my skin looks matte so much longer. The only con is that the nozzle is very direct, so I just spray it into my hands, press it into my skin, but honestly, it is a lifesaver. Now, if you have dry skin and you really do need a really moisturizing primer, I do recommend the e.l.f. Active Workout Ready Hydration Stick. They also have like this Prep and Hydrate Balm. They're the exact same product. I actually compared the ingredients and there really isn't any difference, so I just kind of buy them interchangeably. But essentially this is a stick product and you apply it to your face and it's incredibly moisturizing. So I love using this product because there are times where I will struggle with a little bit of dryness or, I just like a good moisturized base. So this can give me a really targeted application and it makes your skin feel refreshed and moisturized, but it's not heavy. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky. It's honestly just a very lightweight balm that feels really cooling on the skin. Okay, so this bronzer is so good. It retails for $6. It is their primer infused bronzer and I have the shade Forever Sun-Kissed. If I took this bronzer and I put it in high-end packaging and told you to use it, I'm sure that you would think that it was like a $30 bronzer because it applies so well. It's very smooth and blendable and it just goes on so easily. I have trouble with a lot of my bronzers, a lot of them tend to skip on my skin. I don't know what my issue is, but I have a hard time finding good bronzers that work well for me. This one is so smooth and blendable and it stays in place really well. The color is absolutely perfect for my skin tone, but like I said, they do have some deeper shades as well. So I recently tried out the primer infused blushes because I loved the bronzer so much and they are just as good. They do have 4 shades, but I have 2, so I will swatch them for you guys. But if you like matte blushes that blend really well and that stay in place well on the skin, these are such a great choice because they're really, really affordable. And I just think that they go on the skin very, very nicely. Matte blushes, again, are kind of like a tricky product for me because I find that a lot of them just don't look very flattering on my skin or they don't apply evenly. These are very smooth and they're easy to work with. And the nice part about these is that you can build them up if you want more of an intense appearance, or you can sheer them out. Now, if you're looking for a blush that has a slight sheen or a slight glow, I do recommend the e.l.f. Baked Blushes. This formula has stood the test of time for me. I've had this formula in my collection for years at this point, and I'm continuously impressed by it. Honestly, I reach for it over some of my high-end blushes because it looks very natural on the cheeks. It gives you a really healthy glow. It's very blendable, very lightweight, and very, very subtle. So if you like more of a matte blush, I do recommend the primer infused blushes, but if you like a really pretty, subtle, healthy glow, I do recommend the baked blushes. Okay guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I loved sitting down and chatting with you guys about some of my favorite e.l.f. Cosmetics products. Again, I am planning on picking up a bunch of their new products and filming a video trying them out, so stay tuned for that. But I would love to hear from you. Let me know which products you've been loving. Otherwise, I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.